intelligent and a hard worker, nothing could palliate to Mr. Turtle his dark complexion and broken English, or the fact that he'd been taken on in place of Mr. Turtle's own son, Mock, so called by the school, on the latter's doing better for hisself. "Dead, he was," Mr. Turtle had reported to Mother Assistant. "Dead and gone to his account, which, mum, asking your pardon, so must we all, flesh being like grass, and the man what thinketh he stand apt to come a nasty cropper at the hands of an all-saying God." Reverend Mother's face, as she listened to this recital, had undergone certain fleeting changes. Not that she smiled or committed herself in any way, but there was a feeling somehow that if a dead body had to be found at the convent, then on top of Mr. Turtle's dump was the place where she could bear it best. Reverend Mother and Mr. Turtle had never been soulmates. Once master of the facts, Reverend Mother proceeded to the situation. "The police must be informed at once. Will you attend to that, Mother?" And, guessing from certain movements of the aquiline features what was going on in Mother Assistant's mind, she added, "I mean the ordinary police at the Harrington station. I'm afraid it's no use dialing 999 and expecting Mr. Pearson to grow on the doorstep." "Oh, no, of course not, Reverend Mother." Chief Inspector Andrew Pearson was that great luminary of the yard who had come to the Convent on the occasion of the stabbing of old Baroness Sleemer, and had shown such tact and delicacy, and handled the matter so successfully, that he was remembered as a very Bayard by the community, and was never out of its prayers. Reverend Mother knew best, of course. That went without saying. Mother Assistant professed no knowledge of the police and their elaborate etiquette, but she was a very much disappointed woman when the oracle was spoken, and she found that immediate recourse to Mr. Pearson was by no means to be had, the ordinary police. And Mother Assistant felt so sure that Mr. Pearson would want to help Harrington again. Nevertheless, Mother Assistant was every inch, and she stood well up to 6 foot, a nun, and was off in discharge of her distasteful duty without a further word. One opening of the door served both to let Mother Assistant out and to let Mother Peagle in. The latter's appearance could not be more timely. Mother Peagle was headmistress of the school, that super-sensitive organism which must always be given first place in all practical considerations. Reverend Mother, the consummate mistress of the spared word, put the facts, and Mother Peagle listened with that impassivity of countenance which long dealing with girls had perfected in her. "I understand, Reverend Mother. The children need know nothing of this. I had better put the kitchen gardens out of bounds at once. With your permission, I will go now and do so." Reverend Mother had but to incline her head, and a few minutes later a notice in Mother Peagle's blackest lettered hand was posted on the board, and the head of the school, one Miss Tequila Rohays, famous for her biceps, was under summons, as were all the blue ribbons or prefects, to wait upon Mother Peagle at recess. Hardly had Mother Peagle fixed her notice and gone her way, when a girl seemed to slip out of nowhere and stealthily approach the board. She moved with extraordinary speed and absolute silence. Mother Peagle's lettered hand was very black and large indeed. A single glance of the girl's eyes as she passed seemed sufficient, and she slipped again into invisibility. But why did she wring her hands? And who was she that made so un-English a gesture? Chapter 2. From the Police Angle. It is extraordinary how different the same thing may appear from an altered point of view. The body on the dump, which appeared to the convent unmitigated misfortune, struck the police in quite a different way. There had been of late in the police area of Harrington a prolonged period of unnatural civic virtue.